Hello once again. I just thought I'd do another video finally here. I've been wanting to do some videos, but I had some ideas and topics in my mind. And of course, the one I'm going to talk about today is a new album that I had to get out and spend some time listening to, which I was able to do this weekend. And I'm excited to talk about it because I was anticipating it. And it is the new Mammoth record called The End. And, it's been out for a little bit now, and, I wanted to address this record and listen to it and get it and soak it in because I'm a big fan of Wolfgang Van Halen, Mammoth, his band. I saw Mammoth, Wolfgang Van Halen, it was called Mammoth WVH at the beginning, and I saw him at the Danforth Music Hall when they first erupted, and it was really good. And, I wanted to do a little review of this record. So, this is his third studio record, and it's in the same kind of style as his first two. It is a rock record, which is exciting in these times. I think it's pretty badass to see a young artist, musician making this type of music, this type of straight ahead rock, hard rock music. He's got a very big pedigree here with his dad, Eddie Van Halen, and his uncle, Alex Van Halen, and being in Van Halen. So, I saw Wolfgang back in the day when he came around and he was playing bass with Van Halen. I saw him at the amphitheater in Toronto, and he was just young then. And now he's this man that's married now and got his own band. And this is his third full record. Like the last two or the first two records, he's chosen to do all of the recording of all of the instruments, drums, bass, guitar, and vocal in the studio himself, and then take a band on the road and recreate the songs. So he's chosen to do that again. I was kind of wondering if he was going to do that same style and choice with this record, given that, he has this band, but that's what he's chosen to do. So I like the artwork of the record. It follows up his debut record. This came out, that was his Mammoth debut record, and it was really, really good, featuring the big song, Distance. This record here had a lot of pretty big singles off it, and I really like this record a lot. The second record that came out, also a good record. A little less of the obvious singles on this record. I think that the first record was maybe, I'm going to say a little bit better in my view, maybe because it was so fresh to hear from him making that first record. But this record here was good. So this third record, I was very curious to hear, and I listened to it a couple of times all the way through, and I dig it a lot. I think it's a really strong record. I think that it has a little less obvious singles on this record as the other two records, perhaps, or certainly the first record. Even the second had some pretty good singles off this, but it has some singles. I think this is as good a rock record as you're going to find in a hard rock modern record. Throughout the record, it's got a very clean, very sharp sound. The tracks move along very well. It's got a really good pace. Obviously, the sequencing is very good on this record. And, he moves it along. I think that there's a couple of moments where he shines with his guitar soloing, and there's, some of that, but it doesn't slow the songs and the pace down. I think it keeps the songs moving. I like that a lot. So I wanted to talk a little bit about the record. And if you look, he likes to have this kind of cartoonish kind of artwork, which is fine. I like it too. It's cool. This record, I didn't purposely get it for this, but it's pretty cool. It comes with a really nice splatter, and it also is extremely well cut. It's nice and flat, the record, and sounds good. I think it's really a good package, and I'm glad to say that, because nowadays, bands making records, Wolfgang, the picture inside is really cool. and he does his thank yous and gives credit to things. He talks a little bit about Eddie Van Halen, his dad. He also talks about making a rock record in 2025 and how, you know, he calls it badass for people to buy it. And I think it's pretty badass for a young artist like this to play this kind of music and make this a real record. So going through the songs, there's 10 songs, and the first side A, and just a great side of rock, straight ahead rock songs and move along well. First song is One of a Kind. It's a solid opener. Really great drums in this track, and it's a good rocker. The next song is the one that got some single action already, The End, the name of the band, the name of the record that the band has chosen, The End. I thought it was a strange kind of choice for a name for a third record, but I saw an interview with him and he was talking about, I guess, the end of Mammoth WVH and sort of a new, I guess, full band name, suppose. But The End is kind of like their single that came off this already. It's a really good track, amazing guitar in that song. The third song, Same Old Song, and it's my favorite song on the first side. Cool song and really nice beat in that song. And then it follows up with a song called The Spell. Really good vocals shine throughout that. Cool vibe on that song. And the last song on the first side is I Really Wanna, which is kind of like this badass song that has an awesome groove and wicked guitar. It's got a cool little vocal and a lyric in there. And yeah, it's pretty cool. You wonder, the lyric of it, he might be talking to some people that we've heard him talk about in the past. Maybe this is a little song written for David Lee Roth. I don't know that, but it sounds like it from the vocal. If you listen to the lyric, he's kind of taunting somebody, and yeah, maybe that's it. Side 2 or side B starts off with a song called Happy, and man, it's got a real 90s kind of sound, rock sound to it. I like that. It's got a great bass line, really good. The second song, Better Off, is a real, very cool tempo type of song. The third song on side 2 is a song called Something New. It's my very favorite song on the entire record. What a great song. It's got a really nice positive sound to it. Good track. And the fourth song is called Selfish. It's the fastest kind of hard straight ahead rock song and a bit of a punky kind of alternative feel to it. And the last song on the album, I think it's a good choice for the final song. It's called All in Good Time. It's a very melodic tune, really melodic vocal, and I think it's a good album closer. So, Wolfgang Van Halen, choosing to do all these instruments in the studio, and man, the drums on this record, all the instruments really, but, his playing is something else on guitar. He does a lot of that kind of tap-oriented guitar, fast guitar stuff, soloing, but it's not like, it doesn't spoil the songs. He adds that element in a couple of points in the record, but it doesn't overtake the songs, which I love a lot because I'm a song guy. And I think the record moves along really well. So that's Wolfgang Van Halen's The End. I think I gave this record a lot of 10 out of 10. The first side is nothing but 10 bell songs for me. Really good. And the second side, 2 of the songs I think are 10s. The Something New, which again I mentioned is my favorite on the album, and the final track, All in Good Time, I call a 10. But the other ones, I'll give them 9s out of 10 because there's no weak tracks. Even the one song that was fast, that first listen, I was like, I don't know if I dig it as much. Selfish, I listened to it my second round, and I liked it a lot. So, there's no weak spots on this record. I think it's a really good effort, and I'm really happy to say that, a young artist like this with a good young band, and he's already come out and played on the big Metallica tour as an opening band. I really hope and think that this band Mammoth has the potential to stick around a long time and be a good headlining band. I would go see them again as a headlining band. I think that would be really cool to see them do a real big show, like a headline show in an arena. That would be really cool. I think they deserve it. They're really good. Behind me over here is just a nod to another new record from Big Wreck, their latest record, that another band putting out a good rock record. So, you know, this is all about Mammoth's The End record, but I'm happy to say that there's still quality hard rock bands putting out new music, and yeah, I highly recommend this record if you like rock music. You know, I've said before, he reminds me of, it's a bit of a throwback to, you know, artists like Matt. He always reminded me of Matthew Sweet with his vocal and his guitar-oriented melodic guitar. Yeah, it's hard rock, but it's not, it doesn't forget about the songs. So yeah, really good, strong record. Very happy to add it to the collection, and I think that strong recommendation for Mammoth, The End. Yeah, superb record. So way to go, Wolfgang, and keeping rock going, keeping rock alive, the real rock records. This is a good one. So check it out if you haven't yet. Like and subscribe if you dig my video here. I've got a few other good little video ideas that I'm going to come at you right away here, and I'll see you again soon. Okay, guys? And yeah, have a good night. Enjoy the Grey Cup if you're watching, and yeah, see you again. Bye-bye.